Mate, with a week's training, I bet I could do that.
No way. There's no way you could be that good. And even if you were to do that, I would 100% be better than you.
Oh yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Go on then.
Go on then, we did. So me and my friend Will chose 4 sports we had near to no knowledge of, and over the past 7 days saw how much better we could get at them and saw how much improvement you could get over the course of a week. The plan was to gather our base stats on day 1, research and implement training on day 2 and 3, preparing for the halfway test on day 4, keep pushing on day 5 and 6 to get ready for the final test on day 7. Which we did with some minor inconveniences. You're going to want to stick around to the end because, to be honest, the results were not what we were expecting at all. So, enough yap, let's get to day 1 and see how it went. We headed out of Spark to get started on our first sport we were attempting, gymnastics. Okay, well, maybe not like that. Or not really like that either. Remember, I said we had no knowledge of any of this. I wanted to try a backflip and Will wanted to go for muscle up. Which I also wanted to go for as well. And we reckoned they were reasonable things to try. Given we could do neither initially, we had low expectations for these initial attempts. With whatever that was out of the way, we went on to the next sport, the 100-meter sprint. Both of us are running a couple of 5Ks in our day, and I can't exactly say we were the stars though on sports day. So how did it go? Well, it seems maybe we should have put forward some exercise for our minds first to improve in 7 days, to be completely honest.
There you go, mate. That's 100 fucking hell.
That's what I said. Oh yeah, I'm just realising, how am I going to know when to start the stopwatch? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my days, bro.
Oh my god.
No, stop.
What the fuck, man?
Stop, bro. Oh my days.
It's really filming like this.
But really, there was only so much we could do on that front. With those kinks worked out, eventually sprint times required, we went back home for the last 2 we were trying out. Wait, what's that? Backflip? No backflip? Yeah, well, to tell you the truth, with no training or technique, there are a lot of sports you can try. I don't think a backflip is really one of them, and I think it'd be a pretty shit video if I just broke my neck on it. So we held back to Will's gaff for the next 2, as I was saying. Sport number 3 was a 2K row. Why a 2K row, you ask? Well, Will told me it was basically the 5K run of rowing.
My limited knowledge, I'm pretty sure that's like the 5K of running, you know, the 5K of rowing rather.
And I mean, how am I supposed to go against that? I mean, look at the guy. He's hard not to trust him. So with this in mind, we gave it our best. First go. And it definitely was not easy, but we did it, leaving us with just one more sport for the day. Last but not least was the vertical jump. Well, it's more box jump without the box, so I don't really know. Whatever. Right, we required the meter stick. We're on a limited budget here, so we're gonna have to measure a meter and then put it up another meter so we know exactly how much it is.
Oh shit.
With our high-tech setup complete, we shot for the stars. Me up first. And Will soon after. So that's it. 4 sports, 7 days, base stats complete. All that was left was to do some research and get ready for day 2.
Right, day 2. We're at the park again. We're going to try and implement some technique that we've done some research on. A bit of training as well. Yeah.
So first up on day 2 was the sprint. From our intense research the day before, we found some secret stats we wanted to try and implement.
The most important part of the sprint is getting as fast as you can, as quick as you can. Therefore, it was obvious that the first 30 meters was an area where we had to make the most improvement. An important part of the early stage is staying leaned over your center line, almost like you're falling and catching yourself with every step.
The other thing we were trying to work on was not overstride, which is where your foot lands too far forward and applies you a braking force. So we're trying to land our feet around, again, where our center line is. Sounds easy enough, right?
I've got you in my sights.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've done a few practicing that 30-meter acceleration. I still think one of the things I don't understand is breathing, because it's when you're on a long distance run, you establish sort of a slow rhythmic breathing, and if you're doing like a really intense explosive thing like in the gym, you're like for power or whatever. And I'm kind of really doing like a really weird mix of the two, and I don't like it. So I think we're gonna look into how you should be breathing on a 100-meter sprint.
All right, exercise 2, we're doing the muscle ups again. And technique wise, it's more like explosiveness and trying to get your elbows on the other side of the bar. But obviously to do that we need to explosivity. And instead of bringing it to our chest, we're gonna try and bring it to our belly.
Yeah, we're gonna keep the, use momentum.
Amen.
Okay, with those two out of the way, we moved on to the backflip and the box jump.
Backflip.
Yeah, we're doing a backflip.
Oh my God!
Okay, yeah. Well, Will wasn't about doing the backflip. So what I was doing was practicing some high jumps, which kind of helped as well for the box jump, and executing some seriously acrobatic backward drops.
For the box jump, we were trying to focus on dropping down fast, using our arms for momentum and lifting our center of mass, pushing off from our midfoot and tucking the legs at the feet. So now we're doing the row machine. Plan is to do 4 sets of 500 meters, trying to keep the same pace for each one. The whole point is trying to balance yourself out, not going too early to start, not putting too much power to start with and not gassing out. So we're going for 1 minute 45 for the 500 meters, which would put us on a 7 meter, 2 kilometer pace, which is obviously a 30-second improvement. It's quite optimistic, but I think we can do it.
So our spirits high, confidence satisfied, we went back to rest to get ready for day 3.
Day 3.
Oh! That was definitely better. I definitely could not get that high yesterday. I think I was just shocked that I managed to get one arm up. I didn't even think about the other one. Okay, that's positive. Let's just see how the rest of it goes.
For the sprinting on day 3, we kept up the techniques before, extending our practice distance from 50 meters to 130.
In terms of breathing, I did the research. The idea is that in the first 30 meters, almost no breathing, for a few quick short breaths, hold again, and then basically just breathe with every stride after that. To advance the progress for the backflip, the next step was to be able to do a back handspring, which, given I had no prior gymnastics experience or training, ended up looking a bit,
Oh my God!
yeah, like that.
Anyways, after that, we went back home to work on the box jump and row, which was just more of the same.
All the days became so.
Maybe for some people.
Though achy and tired, with 2 days of training under the belt, what could go wrong for the halfway test tomorrow?
No! How's that possible? Yeah, so being so achy and doing so much work over the past 2 days, eventually caught up, ended up being 0.2 seconds slower than the initial time. Though I was gutted, I was hoping that Will had some better luck.
So, pulling my hamstring was not on the bucket list by any means, but I had been quite lax about stretching, so maybe I deserved it. Not being able to use my hamstring eliminated me from the sprint, row, and jump, so Jack was now on his own.
That alone was enough to shatter the spirit of any man. Though it was clear I wasn't going to get the backflip at this stage, I hope to make some improvements. What I'm trying to learn more to do is pull my hands over more, and then when I come over, not plant it in line, but plant it behind me, and then naturally my legs are going to swing up over and I'll come crashing down. It's getting better, but it's not there yet. No. Okay. I can't do any more to say. Everything felt like it was falling apart, and it looked like it was going to go that way for the box jump too.
Oh my God, bro.
Until. Yeah, nice. I actually improved by 4 inches, so it's not too bad. I just left the row, which I ended up improving by about 5 seconds, which, you know what, considering everything and what could have happened to me, I'm not mad about that.
So, on to day 5. Feeling rested and recuperated, we went back out for the final chance to improve before the final test.
Oh! No, that was better, that was better.
You come across a new muscle-up technique, which includes 3 steps. You step forward, thrusting your head forward, and moving in a C-curve around the bar.
So what do we think about that technique change? Yeah, I might squat off the whole time, so love that. So I was making progress on the backflip, but I still had no chance of getting to day 7. So I took it on myself, got my spare mattress out, got some pillows, and well, I did. Well, I did nothing for a while. When I got out there, I assumed I'd just send it and then, just work from there, but that was probably maybe a bit of a over-assumption. In the end, I thought I'd just go back to the basics, which I did. And then I did again, and again, and a few times after that. Now the problem was really less my legs, and more another slightly more important part of my body. I just really struggled with letting go and just flipping back over myself for some reason. This one was probably the best one that I got before I had to call it a day and just get ready for day 7.
Boring.
It's day 7, the final test day. Getting desperate to get the muscle up, I remembered I had some resistance bands that I thought would help us finally get there. And I did get it.
Oh, there we go.
Bands definitely helped by making us lighter, but in doing so, it meant all technique we had done to make us do the muscle up with no band wasn't applicable. So did it help or hinder us?
With that done, I went for the sprint. With the letdown of day 4 in my memories and all my training in my mind, I gave it my all. And then for good measure, I went for it again, and I was even faster still. So that's an overall shaving of 0.53 seconds of the initial time. We went back to Will's gaff, and I went for the box jump, which, given the improvement I made on day 4, I was worried I don't know how much better I would do. Before that, I improved by another 2 inches, making the overall improvement totaled up to 6 inches.
That's honestly way too big.
What do you mean by that?
Last but definitely least was the row. The final time was 7 minutes and 19 seconds, which is 11 seconds faster than day 1. I say definitely these because even though I improved, I just had no fun with it and it was just 7 minutes of pain and torture. So there you go, 7 days, 4 sports, improvement in all of them, even if we didn't get them.
Well, obviously I can't say much for the run, row, and jump, seeing as I tore my leg off on the 4th day. But for the muscle up, I think Jack would agree that what we initially thought would be a purely technique-based movement definitely needs some more dedicated strength training. Even though on video it might not look like much, we both feel as if we were way better off than when we started. And I think within 2 or 3 weeks more training, the muscle up is guaranteed.
So if we saw improvement doing all 4 in a week, imagine how much better that you could get if you spend a bit of time.
And rest.
Oh yeah, okay, well fine. A bit of time with rest on something that you were passionate about. How much improvement could you make?
So, thanks for watching, guys. We had a lot of fun filming this. If there's anything else you'd be interested in seeing, then comment it down below. Maybe we'll try it next.
Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. So yeah, we'll see you next time in a bit.